Welcome to The Digital Shift. We are your hosts, Jessica Green
and Natasha Roberson. Together, we are here to help you build a tech-savvy empire and take your business to the next level.
If you're an entrepreneur, social marketer, or business owner ready to scale smarter, not harder, this is the podcast for you.
Every week, we bring you expert insights, actionable strategies, and the latest trends to help you infuse tech into your business so you can automate, optimize, and grow.
From mastering automation and creating high-converting systems to building authentic customer connections, we cover everything you need to shift your business into higher gear.
So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and get ready to make your digital shift.
Let's do this. All right. Welcome to another episode of The Digital Shift. I am Jessica Green, the CEO and founder of the Self-Made Hub. And today I want to talk to you about scaling on autopilot. Now, scaling is a word that's being used so loosely out there right now in the social media world of selling and growing businesses. But I want to talk to you about scaling in a different way. I want to talk to you about scaling in a way that you can put things on automation. I want to talk to you about scaling in a way that gives you that actual time and money freedom that you have been seeking and searching for this entire entrepreneurial journey that you've been on. So I want to talk to you about the 5 systems that every business needs, I believe, in my opinion, to scale on autopilot, to grow with automation, to be able to scale without burnout, and why automation really is the key. And let me take a step back and tell you a story about me running, 3, 4, 5 businesses at one time. Was scaling a network marketing business, had, made really good money doing that. And so took some of that money and started investing in starting additional businesses, owned an event company prior to the pandemic. And after that company closed down because, in-person events, we weren't really sure what was going to happen. And we were only 2 large events in, and we were still in startup mode and needed to have that 3rd event to keep that business going. We were also building our own technology. This was prior to the Self-Made Hub. We were trying to build our own technology in another company that would service network marketers, social marketers, to have an all-in-one type system for communication, and lots of dollars poured into that, lots of blood, sweat, and tears poured into that, to have that kind of fall apart for reasons surrounding the pandemic as well. And I was trying to manage a lot of moving parts. I was being pitched new business ideas every single day. I was being invited to be a part of other companies. I was being invited to sit on corporate staffs. I was being pitched different network marketing company opportunities, but also different brick and mortar or online business opportunities. And it was just too much. I was spinning plates in every direction. And while I felt like I was doing a pretty good job at spinning those plates, when a couple of those crashed and burned, I crashed and burned. And I ended up sitting in my love sack, my bean bag in my living room, and just feeling like I had failed. I had not done something right. I had felt like I had it all figured out, but I was relying solely on the ability of my hustle. I actually even used to call myself the hustle girl because I was type A. I was told that you could burn out, but I just kind of looked at everybody who told me that and was like, well, I'm different. I can do this. I have more willpower in me than most people. I have a no quit attitude, and I can manage a lot of tasks at one time, and I can have a lot of tabs open and run through those tabs better than the average Joe, or so I told myself. But most things relied on me to keep them running, right? So when some of that crashed and burned, so did I. So I want to talk to you about 5 core systems today that I believe that every business must have to scale efficiently so that you don't end up with overwhelm or burnout or sitting in your living room in the beanbag while your family is like, hey, is she okay? And if you've ever felt like you're doing all the things manually, this episode is totally your wake up call. And I want it to be your wake up call. So each of these systems not only makes your life easier, but also will increase your revenue and impact while reducing the time spent on repetitive tasks. And the best part, Self-Made Hub provides all 5 of these systems in one place. So you don't have to duct tape a million things and a million tools together. And oh, hey, by the way, you get 2 tech savvy mentors that come along with the Self-Made Hub as well. People who have been through, business owners who have been through what you might be going through at this moment in time and can kind of give some advice and lend a hand when it not only comes to the tech part of things, but how to deploy it appropriately and maybe how to avoid some of the mistakes, costly mistakes that we made along our way. That is all included in your membership if you're a hub member. So we invite you to take a peek at that. We have a 14-day free trial. We'll get to that at the end, but get out a piece of paper and a pen. Or if you have your phone in your hand, be ready to take some notes. I am going to shoot out some stats that I want you to go back to later and actually think about them and maybe write down some notes about them and how that might be affecting your business and how you operate now. So through these 5 things, I'm going to give you some facts. I'm going to also relate back to how our hub can help you with that specific system so that it helps you to try to understand, helps you to start understanding what the hub can do for you. Okay. So number 1 is a lead capture and engagement system. If you don't currently have a lead capture system, of which I didn't, mine was money's made in the messenger or, back of the napkin or a sticky notes all over a whiteboard or a notebook or an Excel spreadsheet. That was the extent of my lead capture and engagement system. And let me tell you, it wasn't a good one. It was not organized. It was not what was going to take me to the next level. It was not what was going to help me scale any of those businesses and sure not scale on automation. Okay. So here's why it matters to have a lead capture and engagement system. Your leads are your business lifeline. I've watched other people in business who maybe kind of had this figured out a little bit better than I did, be able to, over the course of the last 10 years, flip a switch. Every time they wanted to sell something new or bring out a new program or launch something new into the interwebs, they could flip a switch and it was like it sold out overnight. I'm like sick of watching people, don't get me wrong, so grateful and honored to be friends with people like that had it all figured out. And glad that they were doing well. But man, did it tick me off that I didn't have that in my business. So I was changing that. And along that journey, I found out that a lot of other business owners were in the same boat. They didn't have their leads all figured out in a capture, nurture, and engagement system. So most business owners are letting them slip through the cracks. They're writing them down. They don't have a good system in place. And if they do, they're actually not doing like the next couple steps, which is the responding on time, sending out DMs, doing it on omni-channel. I want to talk about omni-channel, doing it on more than just a messenger or more than just a Facebook post or more than just a reel or more than just an email list, right? We want to be omni-channel. So here's also why it matters. Manually responding to DMs, comments, opt-ins takes way too much time. Remember, time, money, freedom. You are not going to get the time, money, freedom if you're doing these things manually. And I did that way. So I know my thumbs would get worn out at the end of the day, or if there was a sale that was launching, it was my thumbs that paid the price, right? Because I had to send out all those messages and I had to remember, it was like all in my head. I didn't have a system for it. I had to remember all the people I needed to follow up, or what my best description was like, everybody always said that money was made in Messenger. So if I just scroll through Messenger, I'll find out where all the money is at and I'll message those people. That was a great system. Okay. If you're doing that system, that is not a good system. So you need a system that instantly captures for you. It categorizes for you and follows up with leads so you never miss an opportunity. Doesn't that sound like a dream come true? And some of you might be sitting back like, oh my gosh, well, how would I do that? What would I use? I don't know how to use tech. I'm not techie. We're trying to change that in 2025 for all of our hub members. They're not allowed to say it anymore. They now have to say, I am techie. right? Because we want you to understand that the way of the future is technology. They're going to it's gonna keep growing. People are going to keep infusing it into their businesses and they're going to pass you by. And if you're doing it the manual way, you're going to get stuck. And I'm sorry to say that no matter how hard you try to stay where you're at and put your feet in the sand and not learn technology and not infuse it, you're just going to get left in the dust. And that's just the facts. It's just the facts. So, how can the Self Made Hub help you with this? Well, we have what we call SocialSync. It is our lead system that gets put on autopilot. So, when you are a hub member, we help you set up. SocialSync is actual program inside there that comes with your membership. We teach you how to put those keyword automations in place for things like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, so that people can get DMs from you immediately by just commenting a keyword on something. That's SocialSync. That's inside the hub. Automated keyword triggered replies so that you can engage prospects 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on multiple platforms, and omni-channel. And we'll talk a little bit more about omni-channel and what you need as a customer record management system or customer retention management, whatever you want to call it, where you keep your leads. There's a big, hubbub about what you call that CRM thing and what CRM stands for. And I think I've been saying it wrong for a lot of years. And so my team likes to tease me about it, but that's okay. We know what we're talking about, right? It's better than an Excel spreadsheet. Lead forms and funnels. So I know that a lot of people are scared to think, I don't know how to build a funnel. I don't know how to put all of those things together. And just remember, that's where the Self-Made Hub comes in to play. We are a community, we are a platform, and we are tech savvy mentors that help you learn how to build all of those pieces in, especially in programs like we have our accelerator. You can check that out and you can learn along with us in an accelerated fashion for like 10 weeks and help build out all of these things: lead forms, funnels, all your systems, your keyword automations, all of that. You learn how to do all of that. And you have the platform that it'll continue to run on after month. And a lot of these you only have to build one time and then you have them forever to capture leads. And all you have to do is go out there and either run paid traffic to them or organic traffic and get your social media kicked off. So I want to give you some stats here about follow up and how quickly you need to follow up and why a lead capture and engagement system is so important versus taking names and numbers and putting them on a piece of paper or in a notebook or just thinking you're going to follow up in Messenger. So here's some stats. These are the ones I want you to write down, and I want you to think about them later and kind of make some notes around your business and what you're doing. Take a little audit and see how these are affecting your business right now. And if you made some shifts with these, what could that mean for you to scale your business on automation in the sales category? So listen to this. Only, and a lot of us probably fall in this category, only 7% of companies respond within 5 minutes to an email, a lead, a comment on a Facebook post or an Instagram reel. Only 7% of companies are responding within 5 minutes. And I will bet you that those are the companies that are capturing all of the sales out there, while 55% take 5 days or more. These are stats. These are real live stats. Responding within 5 minutes makes you 21 times more likely to qualify a lead compared to waiting just 30 minutes. 21 times more likely. There's another stat on a 5-minute response time increases conversion rates. Okay. A 5-minute response time increases conversion rates by 100x compared to a 30-minute delay. So you might be making all of the content out there in the world and it might be going viral and it might be amazing. And you might have 150,000 followers on your Instagram channel. And you might think that you got it all going on. And it's why there are so many articles and posts out there about how Instagram influencers really aren't making the kind of money that they're portraying, because they don't have a follow-up and automation in place on the back end. So their response time to people is terrible. And even a 30-minute delay drops that. So if you can respond to somebody within 5 minutes, which the Self-Made Hub will help you respond within like 30 seconds or less, it goes up 100 times compared to a 30-minute delay. Okay. I really am driving this home because I so want you to understand what that means for your sales. The chances of qualifying a lead drops by 80% after 5 minutes. So you make a post, content, reel, you get 10 comments, you get 100 comments. You wait more than 5 minutes to respond to those people. Maybe you're even, it says 55% of you are waiting 5 days or more. So I know you are. It drops 80%. Okay. So you're losing leads by not putting a system like this in place. So only 27% of leads get contacted at all, which means 73% are lost due to inaction. Did you write that one down? Because it's wildly important for the success of scaling your business on automation. 35 to 50% of sales go to the vendor that responds first. Why? Because people are living in a microwave society and they want to know, they want an answer to their question. They don't want to wait. All right, let's go on to system number 2. Okay. Automated follow-up and nurturing system. And that's really what all those stats were about, is having that automated follow-up and nurturing system. But nurturing takes a whole nother, it takes on a whole nother stat. 80% of sales happen after 5 to 12 touch points, but most businesses stop following up after 1 or 2. I recently did a live in-person workshop with about 100 business owners in the room, and we asked them all to stand up, and if they were following up at least one time, or it was like at least one time, stay standing. And most of the room stayed standing. Got to 2, 50% of the room sat down, that they were not responding more than 2 times. 3, the 75% of the room sat down. 4, oh, there was maybe 3 people left standing. So I already know that 99% of people are not getting past 5. They're not even getting past 3. So if 80% of your sales are going to happen at 5 to 12, but almost all of you guys are not following up more than 1 to 2 times, this is the exact reason why you're not selling more, that one data point. And so having a system that will do, so here's the thing. We have a piece of content, it goes viral, and you don't have enough follow-ups in place because you can't possibly follow up with that many people. So it was different when we had like not, okay, so social media has changed the game. Can we just all kind of get an amen? Social media has changed the game. So we've got so many people out there that we can be prospecting, and you can put a reel out there that does go viral. And let's say viral is 10 comments. Let's say viral is 100 comments. We already know that viral is probably 1,000 comments, but 10 is even good, right? So 10 people times 5 to 12 follow-ups. That's what you have to do to those 10 people. So what if it is 100? So 10 is like 50 to 120 follow-ups just on 10 people on one piece of content. Do you see why this isn't happening on everybody's social media? And this is why the sales aren't going like you would want them to. People need reminders and relationship building to convert. So you can't personally follow up with hundreds of people every single day. The automation will keep you top of mind for all of these people effortlessly. You build it once, it will keep going for you. So here's how Self-Made Hub can help you. Automated email and text sequences nurture leads for 8 to 12 touch points. You can put as many touch points as you want in there. We usually, when we're building something for a client or building with a client in our accelerator, we put them through a 14 touch point conversion sequence, and then they can keep building on that as they go. So that's already going to take care of your 5 to 12 that you need. And then the other thing is multi-channel. I said I was going to talk about omni-channel. Omni-channel, we don't know exactly where those leads are, and algorithms can change and control too much of your follow-up on social media platforms. So hence one of the reasons you need to extract, because you need to own your own, be able to email, SMS, and do everything on your own time when you want to, and not judged by the algorithm, right? But also, we don't know where people live all the time. So hitting them via DMs, SMS, and email means omni-channel. We're getting to them 3 different ways so that they're hearing from us multiple times and we don't have anyone falling through the cracks, right? most people aren't going to buy on the first exposure. So you need to stay in front of them consistently without spamming them. We do need to be careful about spam, and people do need to opt into your list. Instagram and Facebook have, strict rules about that. So our system only plugs in if they will opt in. So there's a lot of things we teach, train, and coach on that's like, make sure you ask them to follow you and then comment info for more info. And then once you get in their DMs, we set those automations up on a very specific timed pattern so that it matches with the rules that Meta will give you. Now, I'm not going to get into a whole training about that. It's not even my area of expertise. I just know that we train on it and it's important to follow. System number 3, sales funnel and conversion system. Why it matters. Social media isn't a sales system. It's just a traffic source. It's just like paid ads is a traffic source. You still have to have that funnel that's going to move leads through a journey from being curious and maybe coming across a post to actually making a purchase and converting. So without giving them a clear path, people get distracted and they never convert because you haven't given them a reason to. They need to learn more about what it is that you have to offer before they're just going to pop in and buy from you. So a sales funnel is necessary. I don't care what anybody says. We want to get them. We want to capture them. We want to follow up with them. We want to touch them 5 to 12 times. We also want to give them information right at their fingertips so they have a clear path and they don't get distracted and they do have all the information to make a decision. Now, do I believe that one-on-one communication, getting them on a Zoom, talking, depending on what your product is that you're selling, all important things? Absolutely. But me as a consumer, don't waste my time. I don't want to do all of that. I want to go read the information first. I want to get followed up with, and then I might buy. I am generally not buying on the first time I see something from you. I've got to go to a sales page. I want to read all the things that I get. I want to know if I can book an appointment with you. I want to know how real you are. I want to see testimonials. I want to see what kind of credibility you have. And that's what a sales funnel will do for you. So don't forget to build that piece in. And the Self-Made Hub, you can have unlimited sales funnels. You can build unlimited funnels, unlimited websites. It's totally easy, all drag and drop funnel builder. I say almost no tech skills needed if you can operate around a computer. But if you feel like you need more help, don't fret. As a part of your membership, you get access to us, you get tutorials, you get education, and our accelerator is the perfect fit for someone who's wanting to build all of these pieces in and just needs, we say, a little more help from their friends. So you can check out our next season of the accelerator and jump into that because you will accelerate your business with infusing tech 10x. The investment into our accelerator, every single person who goes through it never says, I wish I wouldn't have done that. Everyone says, I wish I would have done it sooner. Every single one that goes through it, I wish I'd have done it sooner. So you're going to have built-in checkouts and upsells and shopping carts. We'll be able to automate your lead magnet delivery. We even teach you how to build lead magnets with Canva, which is not even our program, but we want you to have an effective lead magnet so that you can extract the data off of all your social channels and you have a place that will deliver it and then start that follow-up sequence, give to get, right? A good funnel, just a quick tip, a good funnel should answer objections, build trust, guide leads seamlessly to a decision. That is the purpose for having one in there, okay? So that, number 3, your system, sales funnel and conversion system is an absolute necessity. System number 4, a client management and retention system, okay? This is your CRM, your record keeper. We have the most robust CRM. And you know what's cool? It's unlimited contacts. In our creator membership, you get unlimited contacts. This is where you can tag, segment, sort. If you get on a Zoom with me, I'm going to show you like the tracking system in this inside of there is unbelievable. So every website that you build, every funnel that you build, any social media traffic that you put out there, any ads that you're running. So there's your CRM, it holds all the data about your client. Then there's the omni-channel inbox that sits in the middle. So you can see all your communication that's going out all in one place. You can see your Instagram communication with them. You can see your email communication with them. You can see your SMS communication with them. And then over on the right, there's this journey. And it shows every touch point that they hit on yours. So if they've made it to a funnel, it tells you exactly which funnel, which page, And then every consecutive page after that they go through, if they go to all the way to the checkout page and then don't check out, it shows their journey. It tracks the entire thing. It is the coolest thing, I think, in the entire hub. But that's just me, because data drives decisions. So I like to have all of that data so that I can look at it. The other thing is, if you put social media content out there and you have your social media channels integrated, which you can do, and that's the fifth system I'll talk about in just a second. But if you have your social media channels integrated, it will show that journey too. If they hit on a specific post, it's going to tell you where they came from. If you have paid traffic going and you grab that pixel from Meta or Google or TikTok, you can embed those pixels in your funnels. Super easy. One-stop shop, one little place, drop that in the file. We show you how to do all that. We have training modules on all of that. And it will track that journey. It'll even tell me exactly which ad set, which campaign, and what ad they actually clicked on and ended up in our system, and all the steps they took. It is the coolest thing. But you have to have a really good, robust, easy to use system to be able to track all of that stuff. And then you want to be able to automate things like birthday messages and milestone messages and the 14-point touch point, and you want to have a client onboarding workflow and just these nurturing campaigns that gets people to love you. We have this podcast, so we have a nurturing system about our podcast that makes sure that everybody knows when a new episode is launching each week. And we have nurturing campaigns for like our Digital Shift virtual summit that's coming. We have lists of emails and follow-ups that go out about our accelerator seasons, because we run those pretty consecutively. And we want to make sure that if you didn't get on the last one, you get on the next one so that you can accelerate your journey with us and your tech. So there's all kinds, but you have to have a really good, robust CRM, customer management system, so that you can track the data, you can follow up, you can see it all in one place, and you're not duct taping all of these systems together that aren't attached to your funnels and aren't attached to your ads and aren't attached to your social media. And just because they can create a pretty email, well, so can this one. But it also attaches to all your other systems so that it makes sense to have a whole system. I believe you need to have an all-in-one for your business to scale on autopilot. And we can definitely help you with that here at the Self-Made Hub. Now, your fifth system, I believe that every business owner needs to have to scale, is a content and social media automation system. Here's why it matters. Posting daily and engaging manually is exhausting, and it burns people out. I cannot be a social media manager and a business owner and a CEO and wear all the hats I need to wear and sell and train and coach. It's too much. So having that consistent flow of social media content that goes out is necessary. And your content is what is going to create brand awareness and authority. But most entrepreneurs struggle to keep up with it. Like me, I totally do. So we need to have something that you can put in there and repurpose, and content and scheduling posts in advance makes life easier. So here's how the Self-Made Hub can help you in that arena. There is a social media scheduler on 7 platforms. You can plan out your content. You can post your content automatically. You can create all the things in there, set it up all on a calendar for 30 days, and then let it go. And it will post everything for you. It has a content calendar in there. It has templates in there. You don't even have to create your own content. There's already content in your niche already created in there, and you can go in and figure out which ones you want and plop it right on the calendar. 7 platforms: LinkedIn, Facebook, as many Facebooks as you have, TikTok, you name it. YouTube, you can post all your content from one place inside of there. And it's got an AI powered caption and response tool to help keep your engagement really high too. It is a robust system. And your biggest brands, just by the way, they batch create content and automate their posting. And they do it because it's a time saver and it needs to happen, right? So I've gone over your 5 systems to scale. I want to wrap this up and remind you what those 5 systems are. Okay. So number 1 is your lead capture and engagement system. Remember to go back and grab all those stats I gave you, because it probably is exactly the stats happening in your business currently. Number 2 is automated follow-up and nurturing system, which also captures those stats that I go through. You definitely need to have that automated lead capture and nurture system so that you can follow up with everybody on autopilot and you're not burning out your thumbs or relying on money made in the messenger deals. Okay. And then number 3 is your sales funnel and conversion system so that you can have a place for people to learn more about you and help nurture them on that journey to make a buying decision. Number 4 is your client management and retention system, that CRM, that place where it's like your business hub. It's where all the magic happens. It's where all the data is coming from and is driven from. And then number 5 is your content and social media automation system so that you can put that on autopilot and not have to worry that it's happening. One more piece on that is the keyword automations. We integrate with all your social media channels so that you can put those keywords out there and start collecting leads on autopilot and nurturing them, but it does connect with your social platforms to do those keyword automations. You can even do text keyword automations. TikTok is one that doesn't necessarily allow the drop a keyword. So you can say drop, this keyword to this number, and they are upgrading some of their systems so that hopefully sooner rather than later, they will also have that. So here's the thing. Automation is going to save you time. It's going to increase your conversions and it's going to eliminate lead loss. And it's going to eliminate the burnout. Okay. You're going to need it to scale. And in this day and age, like I said, it's not going away. Technology is just going to keep growing. So it's high time that you just latch on and get a hold of it so that you can scale your business with systems. Big businesses have these deployed, middleman, medium-sized businesses have these deployed, and even the smallest business owners who are smart have these systems in place, and now you can too. So you can get started. Just drop down below. There will be a link for our 14-day free access. It's free. Go check it out for 14 days. You can even show up to we have strategy sessions every single week for our hub members. Come check out a couple of those strategy sessions while you're in your 14-day free trial and see if this is a good fit for you. We want you on board. We want to help you. And we are on a mission to help small business owners infuse tech into their business so they can have that time and money freedom that they've been dreaming of. And I just hope that this episode's going to get you guys to realize the missing gaps that you have and start positioning yourself with the Self-Made Hub as your solution to make all of this work for you and give you that time and money freedom that you've been searching for. So I hope that you have learned a ton today, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in to The Digital Shift. We hope today's episode gave you the tools and inspiration to take your business to the next level.
Don't forget, we have something for everyone to help you scale smarter. Whether you're just getting started or ready to go all in, we've got you covered.
Start with 14 days of free access to the Self-Made Hub, our all-in-one platform to automate, optimize, and grow your business.
Looking for more? Check out our Self-Made membership, where you can work at your own pace with help from your tech-savvy mentors.
Or take it to the next level with our 10-week accelerator program, perfect for those ready to scale with expert guidance and systems all in one place.
And if you're looking for done-for-you options, from custom funnel builds to fully done-for-you marketing systems customized just for your business,
visit us at www.self-made.biz to explore all of our programs and tools and find the perfect fit for your business needs.
Let's make your digital shift a reality. See you next time.